EA Sports brings you a special edition of the National Football League for this Christmas Day matchup. It's the Bears and the Saints on Monday Night Prime Time.
We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Superdome. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And Callaway taking it in left side. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll look to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Azeez Ojulari in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. So now here are the Bears with excellent field position to start off. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10, Rodgers. And this will be caught by Mooney. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Rodgers going to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Throwing now is Rodgers. Touchdown. That's caught. Cole Kmet, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it.
And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know, it often happens. This is all still subject to change.
Well, you're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
Here's 2nd and 8. He'll find its tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Trying the left side with Kamara. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. This defense for the Bears, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
Well, we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Azeez Ojulari racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
On play action, it's Rodgers.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Let's go, come on!
Now a run with Montgomery. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
On 2nd down and 4, Rodgers. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 40.
But it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Rodgers handing to Montgomery. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
First down, Chicago.
Rodgers hands to Montgomery. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. He finds Robinson. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Let's go. Let's do it. It's a big one now. It's a big one. It's a gain of 7.
That's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry,
who's one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down now. It's Montgomery, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery with his 16th touchdown of the year.
and the Bears lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Now the point after try for Santos. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Let's go.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A give. This is Kamara. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll drop to throw. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. He'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They put playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Santos now to add the PAT. And it is now 21-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Get ready.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
Second down, and it's Kamara again.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
The Saints on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for him. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Minutes gone by, second quarter. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. That is caught by Callaway. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 44-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A play action fake. They'll look to throw. Hit as he throws, and the ball is out. It's a live football. And this is picked up by the Bears. 30. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Able to break through that initial contact. It winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
2nd and 7.
Now it's Rodgers. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Throwing is Rodgers. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
On is Santos for the Bears field goal.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the rout is on. It's 24-0. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
This fielded right at the goal line. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. Here comes the Bears defense now back onto the field. And a big reason they have the lead right now, as we see on the screen, their 3 turnovers.
And how about the emotion now that the defensive team is generating for the entire team? Creating the turnovers, what they call takeaways, and turning those into points for their team. That's why they have the lead, and that's got to be exciting for those guys on the defensive side of the ball.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
Open man is the tight end, Troutman.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
At the 29-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup.
They'll look to throw again.
He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37. Here's a 2nd and 7.
That's complete to Troutman, right side.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
13 yards on the play. That's another Saints first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Coverage by Keanu Neal.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
He's going to loft one deep left side here.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's complete to Robinson.
And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it.
Touchdown, New Orleans. Demarcus Robinson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints get a bit closer. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Will Lutz on for the point after. He's got it, and that makes our score 24-7. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time. They were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started.
And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down. Needed the 40, but he's a yard or 2 shy. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go.
They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 22-yard line.
2nd and 4.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Bears take over. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And this one is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Rodgers now to throw. That's complete to Mooney. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 39. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Dropped at the 35, so able to display his strength, but not much room to operate. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And again, it's Rodgers. And this one's incomplete. Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Rodgers. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Well, he does have one touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Rodgers again now. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears would extend their lead here just before halftime. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Santos with the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, where you see the final score there. Lamar Jackson, strong in the victory, as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. Mike Evans leading the way with 3 touchdown catches. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie, see what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And it was the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars that go home with the victory. Trevor Lawrence, sharp in the victory, as his guys get back within a game of 500. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Bears. And they've had all sorts of success thus far tonight throwing the football, as they're on pace to throw for 300-plus yards if things continue the way they've been going. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. On play action, Rodgers. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up." Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school smash mouth football. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Saints, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down. A sack back on 2nd. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back to throw.
A short one to the tight end, Troutman.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 13.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
Call that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
A 59-yard attempt.
And Lutz puts this one through. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense.
And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Rodgers. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So that one will be accepted. Following the penalty, Montgomery. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.